Growing up 21-2 early on, how did WKU battle back, and what did you tell the players?
They battled back. They kept competing. They turned us over. One of the things we'd really stressed and talked about was not letting them speed us up and over dribbling. We started doing that, put our head down, wasn't passing. You beat that defense with the pass, not the dribble. And then they made shots. And it all started when we made our first substitutions, unfortunately. And, give them a lot of credit. They competed, and, I guess great ending to renewing a rivalry, old rivalry. Yeah. Honestly, I tried to get a timeout, but can't take time. Coaches can't call timeout. Once Fred started dancing with the ball, I knew we were in trouble, because that's not. The whole play was to go to the right side, and if he could get it to the rack, he was option one, and then Aaron Cosby was option two on a screen, some screening action. But once he started dancing, we didn't have any option, and I was yelling for timeout. Justin picks it up and threw it in. I told him if he'd have made that other layup, it'd have been easier. So he misses the easy layup and then throws in a tough three. So
that's what he said.
yeah.
We know that's not just his typical shot, but last year you got onto him for shooting a three. That feel pretty good that he made his first three-pointer in the game.
I don't think he had any choice. Time was running out, and he had to, step up and shoot it. And he worked on his game. I mean, it's a shot that he can make, and I think over the course of time this year, he's just been so good for us around the basket that we use him a lot in that. Again, we went small, and we may even go smaller. We're going to look at some other lineups as we go forward, but got to do a better job, I thought, of rebounding the basketball. Give it to me second, third shots there in the second half. But again, give our kids credit. They did compete and made some big plays.
Talked about going small. What made you switch the line a little bit?
Well, we spent a lot of time, once we got back from Florida, we had 5 practices or 6 practices and 3 film sessions. And our total focus was the defensive end. Who gives us the best opportunity on the defensive end, and that's kind of what we went with. And it's hard. Nigel, I like him coming off the bench, but he's been by far and away our best communicator, our guy with the most energy, our best leader. So why not put him in the lineup and just see what happens? We may flip it around a little bit again Saturday. I'm not sure. We're not going to go with a set lineup right now with this team, because we're still, as a coaching staff, searching and trying to figure out what is our best lineup.
Players said that the past few days of practices have been the best they've been all season. What really made those practices so much better?
I just think, went back old school. I maybe haven't been as tough on them as I need to be. But the biggest thing that we did, like in the film sessions, was hold them accountable and own it. And if it means running the film back 10 times and telling me whose responsibility was this, and if I didn't get an answer, we'd run it back till somebody owned it. And we're going to continue to do that. They're going to own those mistakes. And it's a lot of new guys, but it's a group that can really continue to get better if we can get some things corrected on both ends of the floor, but especially the defensive end.
Looking at the team tonight, what do you see you guys need to improve on? What impressed you heading into Saturday?
Well, I think we got to defend the 3 better. We got to rebound the ball. Give it to me second, third shots. I saw us standing and watching, not competing enough there in the second half. But we made some big plays. We had some guys not afraid to take big shots, and for that, I'm happy. We only had 5 turnovers second half, so we were a little better. We didn't let them speed us up and over dribble the second half. So, good win for a young new basketball team.
After struggling a lot early in the year shooting the ball, Aaron stepped up big tonight. How much of a confidence boost do you think this will be for him?
It's funny. I don't remember if it was Thursday, Friday, which day it was, but he must have made 11 straight threes. And we talked to guys guarding him. This is scouting report. I mean, what has he done? He's made 11 straight threes. You think you might want to make him put it on the floor once? So I got a glimpse of it, and I've seen it. He stays in the gym. He was over here this morning getting extra shots. And I said something to him after practice Saturday about, your shooting percentage is deceiving because your shooting percentage is so low because you're forcing some shots. When you just let it come to you, you're making a high percentage. The shots that I'm seeing him miss on tape are the step backs and, the really tough ones. And he didn't take a lot of those tonight. But I said something to him about, I've coached a lot of shooters and I don't really question them a lot. And I just said, look, I'm going to talk to you about this, but I don't want you to lose confidence. And he said, Coach, I'm confident, trust me. So he went out and played like it tonight.
Talk about the opportunity and challenge on Saturday.
Huge one. I mean, they're 12th in the country. I watched them the other day against Dayton. I think of all the teams that I've seen, they're playing as well as anyone in the country right now. But, hey, it'll be a great test for our guys. And, as a player and a coach, you want to compete, and you're going to get that opportunity Saturday night. You're going to see a tough, defensive-minded team in Xavier, and we're going to have to match their toughness on both ends of the court.
How important has Justin Johnson become to this team becoming a double-double machine this year?
Well, we thought he was capable of this. I mean, he's a young man that we put a lot of time and effort in recruiting, thinking that when George Fant rolled out that, he could really be that replacement. And I think he's showing that he's more than capable of that. It took him a while last year to understand how hard he had to play all the time. That's what held him back. It wasn't his ability. It was about some guys, when they hit a little bit of fatigue, they don't know how to play through it. And he really struggled with that. And he couldn't transition from offense to defense. But this year he's gotten himself in better shape. Coach Hall did a great job getting his body toned, and because of it, he's playing well. So I think he can be a lot better. He's only touching the surface of where he can be.
Chad, anything else you think going to tomorrow and not done?
No, I actually mentioned that to the coaches in the locker room. The biggest thing with Marlon is, defensively, I think he's got a chance to be really good, but he gambles a lot. And I was a little concerned with the way they were pressuring us, and we were playing really well early, that he has a tendency to float balls and turn it over. And once they made the run and got right back in it, I felt comfortable with the rotation. I was a little disappointed that I subbed when I did, to be honest with you, when we were up 18-2. I don't know that our guys were tired, and so that's what I told our coaches at halftime. Why are we saying we need substitute here? We need to really take a look at that. I mean, we were on a roll. We were playing well. So, no, absolutely not. And he was the happiest guy in the locker room. That's why he's a great teammate, and I fully expect I don't know if he'll play 2 or 20 minutes Saturday. I'm telling you, the guy that's not playing, that give him another month, is going to be a factor, is Nathan Smith. I've said it. I keep saying it. The first one to practice today. He'll be the first one tomorrow. He's a sponge. He has blind trust, and he's coming. He's close to being able to help us. I didn't feel like tonight would be a good game because of matchups on the defensive end, but I think he and Marlon are going to be big-time factors in a month.
Okay, well,
All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys.